You guys, we're back later in the week than we usually are, unless we have two shows. But man, your boy was sick. That up north weather to the south weather, that weather change is no joke. It's been an interesting week. Besides that, Tiger Woods, Jaden Ivey, Pooh Shiesty setting up Gucci Man, LeBron talking out disrespecting Memphis. Javon, it's been a crazy week. What's going on, man? Did I miss
Yeah,
anything?
we can start on Jaden Ivey and who else did you say? Tiger Woods. Yeah,
Tiger
let's
Woods,
start.
yeah.
Um, how does Tiger still have a license? Like Tiger Woods been getting in car accidents since I was a kid.
Yeah, Tiger.
Like my first memories of Tiger Woods ain't even being the best golfer to ever live. Like I knew that about him, but I hadn't seen it. My childhood was filled of car accidents and that white girl beating the hell out of him with his golf clubs. Oh boy, yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did crazy.
She took a couple years off Tiger's prime. Woo.
Yeah.
Yo, hire me and my guy Brent X were talking. Just hire a driver, man.
You rich.
All the
You rich.
in the world. Yeah,
you good.
Like, it's when it comes to athletes and money, it's Michael Jordan, it's Tiger Woods. Like,
yeah,
you straight,
facts.
Man. In Jaden Ivey. Yeah, I hope the brother gets some help. I'll say it. And then you got people trying to come to his defense, like who was it in the NFL? Travion Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
You got any scripture for the way Stephon Diggs be doing his baby moms? And all the teammates you got, they got all these kids out of wedlock and like, don't pick and choose when you want to go to the word.
Yeah.
That's where I get mad. You know what I'm saying? Because, me, you, hell, I'm so reverend. We know a little something about the word on this podcast.
Absolutely. I'm a Christian, man. I stand by that.
Don't pick and choose when you want to go to the word. That's my whole thing.
That's the whole thing. I do say I heard reports that in Detroit and Chicago he was going to reporters saying, trying to be saved and stuff like that. So maybe that got too. The only thing I do agree with them about, I gotta be 100. I do think we had an issue about Magic City night, and then we have a Pride Month, and I think that both of those are divisive conversations, because some people don't believe in that type of lifestyle. And so you kind of push it in on people to do that. So I think in the same way Luke Cornett came out and said that. So I think I wasn't mad about what he's saying that. I can't lie. I wasn't mad about that. So because I don't look at any of the difference. What's the difference between Magic City night and Pride night?
Oh no, I'm with you. But
yeah,
it's not like the Atlanta Hawks didn't come up with Pride night though. That's like that's the thing that exists outside of the NBA, right? I don't think Magic City Nights they got canceled. But like you start to talk about Pride Night, and then you get to talking about Steph and LeBron and these guys ain't really true to their faith. Boom, boom, boom. What did Steph do? If we know LeBron ain't worth a goddamn, this is Mr. Israel this and sell your people out there. And you know what? Yeah, let me get on that coon real quick. So last year, no, it's time when we start talking about Mr. Social Justice Champion who don't read more than 2 pages of the Malcolm X biography and act like he did. And he sound like a kid at the book report who ain't do his homework the night before. And that's when you get you talking about fake ass LeBron. Last year, you go on the McAfee show with the white boys and put on the white boy voice. They talk all crazy and everything about Stephen A., who is a coon himself. You going on Sage Steele's podcast now?
I saw that.
Okay, but still, you do that. Then the other day, another white boy stream with your white boy voice on. The crap on a black city like Memphis. Move it to Nashville. Boom, boom, boom. What's in Akron? Let's talk. What's in Akron? What's in Akron but poverty and pollution? Move it to Nashville. Boom, boom. Don't crap Memphis in public for the white boys, for the sake of entertainment and looking cool. You'll go on these people's stream and make your own people look bad. I ain't seen you go on Kenny Beecham's stream. I had to a basketball podcast with 4 brothers that work hard to know their stuff to help them out. What he done done for his people lately? Didn't his school fail?
I don't know.
Like, I got a problem with the coonery, man. Him, Stephen A. Like, I'm a Dr. Umar with them. Hey, I don't know. Send them back to the plantation or something. I don't know. I got a problem with them.
I have to say this, though. I do think that Draymond's come out at Shannon Fry, Richard Jefferson, LeBron.
But they don't have a history of trying to sell their people out. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
They ain't going on a white stream, putting the white voice on, and doing it just to sound cool.
Okay. So that's a different level. Because I've come on this podcast to say I think Memphis should be one of the teams that loses their team to Seattle or Vegas. Right. I gotta be honest. We
come on here and say Memphis and New Orleans should be moved rather than adding 2 teams.
Yeah. They're not great basketball.
We ain't saying moving it to white ass Nashville. We saying
no.
We saying send the Pelicans to Vegas and send the Grizzlies to Seattle.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I think it makes way more sense to move those teams to those 2 cities. Like, I just don't think there's a great NBA markets.
We want to really tell the truth, Sean. We want to really tell the truth. The Pelicans need to move to Mexico City. The Kings need to move to Vegas, and you can send the Grizzlies to Seattle.
Okay. Damn.
Wait. Why not have a team in Mexico City is my question.
Good point. Even though I do think maybe now you can't disagree with that. The thing about Nashville, and I've heard most people say about Nashville being getting a basketball team is I've never been to Nashville, but a lot of people have told me Nashville is popping. So it's a more a tourist attraction, blah blah blah.
Sure. So everybody I know that like Nashville has become white Atlanta. That's all it is. Like
that's what someone told me.
If you like country music and Luke Bryan and all that, you're going to see them take a trip to Nashville, come back the happiest person in the world. They might move.
Yes,
that's
I heard
the
that.
whole push behind Nashville. It ain't some booming city for everybody like New York City or Baltimore or LA. Like there is a clear agenda to the push of Nashville versus Memphis, which is why you never hear me get on here and say move the Grizzlies to Nashville. I say moving to Seattle, where you got black ass Jamal Crawford and black ass Paolo Banchero and black ass DeJounte Murray. Helping promote that propaganda to a city that has already been criminally underfunded is crazy.
But what was your thought? Let's be real. Let's take a step back. Memphis has had an issue for the first 48 was built around Memphis for years. What was the thought process of putting Memphis? No, what was the thought process of giving Memphis a team? Because of the basketball team, the college basketball team? Come on. And then I'm not saying you should go to Nashville, but Seattle was without a team for 20-something years, man. Come on.
I got no problem with you saying move it. Just don't say move to Nashville. That's all. And I'm careful on what I say about Memphis because a lot of it, as we know, is propaganda. Chicago, for example, everything bad in the book you'd hear. Then you take the trip to Chicago yourself.
One of the best cities ever.
And you find out it's a bunch of malarkey. And then you take a trip to the projects and you realize what the struggle really is going on down there. And you realize it ain't them people's fault. So until I go to Memphis and get to see it for myself, you ain't hearing me say too much about it.
Yeah. I do think that, again, I'm not advocating to move it to a white city. I'm advocating to move it to a better NBA city. And I do not think that Sacramento, New Orleans, or Memphis should have a team over Seattle. In Seattle, a lot of tech money, a lot of Asian people, a lot of white people.
I mean, they should never lost their team to Oklahoma City in first.
They never should have lost their team. There's a lot of money in Seattle. That team should be having. It's when Seattle and Vegas comes, it'll be the 7th biggest market and 8th biggest market in the league. There's no reason. Orlando shouldn't have a team over those teams.
Hey, you think the 8th largest market in the country?
That's what I said. I read that. I'm gonna find it while we're talking. But Vegas, it just makes more sense where it's at. I just don't think Memphis.
Vegas was 40th last year.
In NBA, out of NBA teams?
Oh, I was saying in the country.
No. I was saying because Miami's a small market, but Miami's Miami.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Once they add Seattle, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 24. Vegas will be the 26th largest market in the NBA.
26?
Yes. Vegas is not a big market. Vegas is just where money is from the casino industry. Vegas is not a big market. That's the biggest lie that gets told to people.
So what's some of the places that's above Memphis, above Vegas?
New York, LA, Chicago, Dallas, Philly, Houston, Atlanta, DC, San Fran, Boston, Phoenix, Seattle, Detroit, Orlando, Twin Cities, Denver, Miami, Cleveland, Sacramento, Charlotte, Portland, Naptown, Salt Lake, San Antonio, and Milwaukee.
Are we talking about population or are we talking markets?
Market.
Wow. Okay. That's a very bless you. That's a surprise to me. Maybe I read that somewhere. I'm gonna find that, but it just makes sense. The money's too big. There's not enough money in Memphis and New Orleans compared to money in Seattle and in Vegas. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. That tech money in Seattle, that infrastructure when you need things done, or a market that a player wants to play in, I'm going to pick Seattle over Memphis. I'm just going to do that. Like, I just got to be real. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that definitely in Vegas. So it's not about a white or black thing to me. It's like, it just makes sense business-wise. And I don't think Memphis is, listen, one thing I would say about these players complaining, Javon, it's not one player. It's a lot of players complaining about that.
Just don't, again, it's a whole bunch of people. That's fine. Just don't say move it to Nashville. Don't help them people out with their agenda.
Makes sense.
Oh, and well, since we just getting stuff off our chest, Patrick Beverly.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
Who? I just don't, brother. The white boy stole your own show from you, and your solution is let me crap on the brother man from my city to help start my new show.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
You.
Yeah.
I mean, you got real tough guys in the NBA. We got Patrick Beverly and Draymond Green.
And Pat's not even in the league anymore.
Yeah, right. Who qualified you to disrespect Dwayne Wade?
Yeah. Makes so sense because he's not qualified to talk about. Who cares if Dwayne Wade didn't shoot threes? First of all, the game was different back then. Second of all, I want to know what Kobe and Mike's 3-point percentages were. They wasn't probably better than James or Steph, but the game was completely different. We're talking about would we pick Dwayne Wade and Patrick Beverly? And the one that I didn't like is him putting his 73 record against Dwayne Wade. Pat, you were never that guy.
Your record. That pissed me off. That's not your record.
It's not your record. Yeah, you wasn't James.
You did not start getting bumped until D Wade was washed.
Yeah, you wasn't that guy. So I don't want to hear about that. I just don't. His claim to fame is
the same thing when he got to the Lakers. I've been to the playoffs. They had.
Yeah. One thing he has,
and he got his ass shipped off that team.
Javon, one thing he has, I respect. He has delusional confidence in himself. He's delusional. I think you need that in life sometimes. He is delusional because when he says about the playoffs, well, I've been in the playoffs 11 straight years. He was crying about making the playoffs with Minnesota.
Making the
play-in. Excuse me. Oh, they made the play-ins. My bad. He's just a character, and it was just to promote his new show. Simple as that. Simple as that. Nothing else.
I got you, man. You know what? One more. Let's go to my personal life, my work life. Yeah. Sean, so Friday, last week I get to school from friends agent. That Syracuse is going to host a 4-star guy, safety, committed to Georgia, right? The problem is the young brother was the driver in a drive-by shooting last July. And he got acquitted because his camp made the decision that they're going to blame it all on the shooter who got killed in a separate incident 2 weeks later. Now, I don't know about you, but where I'm from, you can't come back to the hood if you did that. You sold your mans out like that once he went to the grave. Knowing you admitted like you knew exactly what was going down and what he was trying to get into, and you was with him. Yeah. And you had been threatening the kids on FaceTime for weeks before that. This is all in the court documents, by the way. My hood, you come back, you might join that brother in the grave. That's just how we used to get down in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Let me not say we. Hey, police, I've done nothing. I'm a good law-abiding tax citizen. I'm a civilian. I'm a reporter. And don't ask me for no names. Don't ask me for nothing because I don't know nothing. How about that? But so they posting him. So yeah, I gotta write the story. And the story is that y'all about to give this guy a second chance. It's that simple. Sean, me being the fair brother I am, I called the agent like, hey, if him and his mom want to talk, like, send them to me. Let them get their side out. We're going to hold off. All right, that's cool. I called a lawyer and let her speak for the kid. That's more than a lot of people would do. A lot of people. Everything about that story was fair and made it clear that he had the charges dismissed and everything, right? I go to practice Friday after I post the story, and the PR guy comes up to me complaining about the headlines. We put Syracuse football hosting 4-star recruit whose past legal troubles caught national attention. They throwing a fit over that headline. I'm like, buddy, listen, whatever. I didn't write the headline. Go talk to my boss. Then I get to practice Tuesday. This is really setting me up. The GM, Tommy Caparano, little short Italian dude from Miami. Mm-hmm. He comes up to me. It's like, just remember, all we got in this world is our word and our reputation. Ooh. I'm like, ooh. So I look at him and said, why'd I do that, Tommy? Because Tommy's always got to complain about nothing. About nothing. And he starts talking around the situation. I said, Tommy, you talking about Friday's headline? Just say it. Come on, man. Let's just get the conversation going. And he gets to complaining, boom, boom. He's like, one word could have changed that headline. I'm like, what was the problem? You know what? Whatever. Hey, you're talking to me. I'm telling you the same thing I told your boy over here. And it was funny because it's me and 2 of my coworkers that go, and we were together. They left me. I thought I still had one next to me. He wore a blue bubble coat, right? And it was like Syracuse Blues color, kind of, sort of.
Yep, yeah.
All right. So I look to my right and I see blue. I'm thinking he with me. Whole time, it's the PR guy. My 2 coworkers that moved all the way to the other side of the field. So, like, it's like them 2 waited for me to be by myself to come up and sandwich me and have the conversation again.
Pots, like, put you on.
Oh, come on, Sean. All right. Yo, matter of fact, hey, so that same day, I got a pause for you. So, look. So, Tommy comes up to me. We're having that conversation. And I'm like, all right, well, again, I didn't write the headline. So, you're probably waiting for me. He's like, yeah, but, when I was a high school coach back in Florida, my offensive coordinator, made a bad call. The blame fell to me. I'm like, I hear you. I'm not a football coach. I'm a reporter. Again, it's out of my hand. Whatever. He's like, yeah, but your name attached to it. You know what I mean? So just remember. He's like, then they always do this fake ass threat. It's like, just remember, we're a private university with a good SID, and we kind of let you guys in here for these practices, kind of, that help you with the content that you distribute. And I'm just looking at him, Sean. Tommy Cabral never did a damn thing to assist me in my career.
Yeah.
I don't know you a damn thing. Matter of fact, the star receiver popped his Achilles in practice one day. And we all knew it. But we couldn't get it from someone that was just credible enough to break the news. So we all know what happened. We're just trying to ask Fran to confirm it after practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, one of the days, right? Wednesday, my fault. And he just won't. 10 minutes after the press conference ends, Pete Thamels got the full report. Guess what school Pete Thamel went to, Sean?
I think I already knew this, but Notre Dame?
No, Pete
Syracuse? Syracuse. Most of those guys come to Syracuse. What am I talking about?
So, hold on. So, you mad at me when you've never done me a favor. And this is Tommy. And then your head coach come up there and just pretty much, to me, it's disrespect. We cover the team every day. Since I've been here, I've never seen Pete Thamel up here. We all know what happens. And we're just trying to get you to confirm it. You wait till we leave to give Thamel the scoop. But I'm supposed to want to be all cushy-tushy PR for you. Fucking the hell out my face, man. Like, come on.
But that's messed up because you guys are there on the day-to-day. So Thamel
on the day-to-day.
Yeah, Thamel.
Matter of fact, Sean, Saturday they had open practice. Only 2 of us showed up. And I was the first one there.
Yeah.
I talked to everything.
Yeah. That's kind of messed up. So they were mad about the article. And so instead of going to the editor.
So I'm glad you said that. So then I asked them, I said, all right, well, Tommy, damn the headline. Did you read the story? Was anything in the story inaccurate? What was the content of the story? Because that's what I get paid for. Forget a headline. I get paid for them 1,000 words in that story. It's 2026, man. The headline and the accusations enough. I said, yeah, that's all right. That's the conversation right there. That's the conversation right there. That's the conversation
yeah. That's like scrolling on Instagram and just reading and not reading the caption. No. Yeah, that's enough for you. I agree. There's nothing else. There's no other conversation to be had at that. It's like you didn't even get to read the context of the stories. What are you talking about?
Nah, come on. And you know what's crazy? Like,
that's wild.
It'd be cool. Like, for me, I understand them two coming to me. If Fran and my boy Aaron Benici, the recruiting specialist, had a problem with the story, right? I ain't heard nothing from neither one of them. They've been all smile, giggle with me for the past week. So what y'all complaining about?
Yeah, that's wild.
They're the two recruiting the kid. If they thought it did them some harm, my phone would have went off.
Yeah.
So what y'all two stooges talking to me for?
That's funny. They basically wait that they could have.
Matter of fact, Fran on Wednesday, he started talking about the receivers, and Josh Gaddis coaching the receivers up there now. And he was like, he's got them playing with balls, not like that. Bro, when I tell you I was fighting to keep myself together in that scrum, bro. Bro, because there's a question I asked him. And he said that, bro, when I tell you it took everything in me. Oh boy. Yeah. Fran geeked out on Wednesday. Like and he looking at me about to lose my stuff too. Like, yeah. But yeah, that's been the week. It's just been a week of people just being on some nonsense, apparently.
It's been a BS week. Like a lot of BS coming on this week. That's why I had to lead it off with. I'm like, there's been a lot of BS going on this week. But we're gonna call it a spade. All
right, well, I got more BS for you, Sean. Apparently Lamar Jackson's status is unknown for OTAs. Lamar is due for a contract extension. Lamar has not been to OTAs in Lord knows how long now. The Ravens are installing a new offense under a new offensive coordinator who is only, what's Declan Doyle, like 29 years old?
28, 29 years. He's young.
I don't know. This is the guy who has never won 2 games in the same postseason in his career. And first season, the new head coach, new offensive coordinator. And the word is they don't know if he's going to be there. I'm done.
Yeah, so I think it's funny because I've been watching The Last Dance since I've been sick on the couch. And I loved The Last Dance. And when I saw episode 5 when Kobe pulled up, and I was like, damn, Kobe's really gone. But then I thought about it more. It's like this guy idolized and was very meticulous. Like, hey, this is the GOAT. This is the guy. I'm gonna do what he did. I want to be better than him, but I'm gonna emulate him. And I use this for all quarterbacks. I've said this many times on the show. I'm gonna say it. Tom Brady went to the first 15, 16 OTAs before him and Belichick had that issue. But by then, Tom had, I could be wrong, 3 or 4 Super Bowls?
6.
6 Super Bowls. 6 Super Bowls.
He had 6 when he left New England.
No, but I'm talking about the OTAs. The year before they won against the Rams. So he had 5 Super Bowls before the year of the Rams. Yeah, he stopped going to OTA because I had a beef with their trainer and Belichick, whatever. But he had 5 of those things already solidified as the GOAT. So my thing is the blueprints follow. Your game might not be like Tom, but the blueprint is there. Follow it. Follow the game like the GOAT. So I don't want to hear about you missing OTAs ever. You haven't won one. You haven't won one.
You haven't been to one.
You haven't.
You pissed down your leg in the only conference championship game you've been to.
You haven't been to one.
If Brady ain't too good for it, you damn sure ain't too good for it.
Follow the North Star. He's the guy. He's the guy. And you have great respect for Tom. There's no reason you shouldn't have been to OTA since that long. There's no reason, because at the end of the day, you're not that. And you know what I'm saying? You're not that. And you haven't, that's a great point. You haven't even been to a Super Bowl yet. There's no reason.
You haven't won 2 games in the same postseason yet.
Exactly.
You win 1 game and then that's it for you.
Exactly.
If you win a game.
Exactly. No excuses for that. And if I'm the new Doyle, I'm the new head coach, mentor. No, you have to show up. We have to set the tone. Us 3 have to set the tone for the offense. Me and Mentor, I'll be like Mentor and Lamar, you set the tone for the team. Like, it don't make sense why you don't make OTAs. You're not him. Like, it's only could be one him. And that guy won 7 of those things. And he had it done a certain way. And the only reason he stopped going to OTAs because he was beefing with the coach. But at that point, he felt like, yo, I have 5. You treat me like I've done something. Don't treat me like the rookies. But you don't have none with no new offense coming in. At least Brady had the same. He was still showing OTA with the same type of offense. Maybe different coordinators, but it was the same offense. You're having a different offense coming in running. You have to be there. It's not a good start. I don't like that stuff. I don't like that stuff coming from top 4 quarterback in the league, top 5 quarterback in the league. I just don't like that stuff. I don't want to hear any of these guys. I never heard of Patrick Mahomes not doing OTAs. Like, Patrick could sit in, even then, his goal was to catch Brady. Until I got 7, I ain't missing no OTAs. Until I got 7. So the chances of some guy getting 7 is not high. Simple as that.
I got news for you, Sean. I'm calling Lamar Jackson to the office today, Friday, April 3rd. You're going to be at OTAs or not? All right. Don't worry about an extension. You played your last snap of football in Baltimore. You haven't proven to be a winner at any level. You haven't shown winning habits or any determination to get better. So this is going to be it for you. And I'm trading him for a king's ransom by draft.
You can get a lot.
And, Zay Flowers wants a Jackson Smith and Jigba contract. Yeah, he's gone too.
He's gone too, yeah.
Just starting fresh. And who needs a tight end? Well, at Carolina, you want him for the cheap? Come here, Mark Andrews. Should rebuild the whole thing. New coach, new system, new culture. But also, again, not much is going to change in Baltimore this season, as people think, because both sorry-ass franchises of mine did the same thing. They fired the coach without firing the GM. Eric DaCosta is an issue just as big as John Harbaugh was.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Elias is an issue just as big as Brandon Hyde was. Matter of fact, Elias is more of an issue than Hyde was.
He's been there longer.
So just don't expect anything from either team moving forward. They're both headed nowhere fast. And whatever Jason Lockenford says about those franchises is the gospel these days. It's that simple. But stop talking to me about Lamar Jackson and him being some winner and me being too tough on him. Nah, man. That brother is stealing money at this point.
You got 2 MVPs. I don't think there's anything about being too tough on him. Peyton Manning had the same pressure. Like, it's just different errors. Like, but there's guys before them who have that same pressure. Elway, like, no, I don't think it's being too tough. It's like, hey, you haven't got it done. So until you get it done, it's really the pressure's going to be there.
The thing with Ravens fans now is, his teammates sell him out. Go look at the first half of every playoff game Lamar Jackson has lost and look at how often he's played. You are the leader. You start that slow. You set the tone for your team. It's on you. I've been saying this thing, and this isn't something I just started saying with Lamar Jackson. Who's the first guy I used to say this about, Sean?
I can't remember who.
Joel Embiid.
Oh, Joel Embiid, yeah.
Every playoffs does not raise his level of play.
I was thinking football, yeah.
Same lazy defender, same lazy rebounder. So his teammates don't elevate their level of play. And they just become a regular season team playing playoff guys. And they lose because of it.
Yeah.
So act like I'm bullying Lamar Jackson. Oh, his teammates don't show up for him. He can't control Mark Andrews dropping that ball. Yeah, but if he don't play so crappy in the first half, you're not in that situation.
Yeah.
Oh, well, his defense don't create turnovers like everybody else who does in the playoffs. Sean, I stay for the 50 millionth time. You tell Joe Flacco all he got to do is score 18 points against Brady or Manning to go to the Super Bowl. He's getting jumped as a fish the night before because he's doing that in his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That defense held the Chiefs 17 points.
Yeah.
You want more than that? You just greedy. Like you worse than a baby mom at that point. You can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, you're just being greedy at that point.
And what did Lamar go out there and score? 10 points? 10 points?
Yeah, well, I forgot it was 17-10, right?
10 points.
Yeah.
And because he decided he wanted to try to prove a point and win the game with his arm instead of just winning the football game. Turned down so many rushing lanes. As the one game in his career, Steve Spagnuolo did not put a spy in.
Mm-hmm.
So stop talking to me about Lamar Jackson.
I was going to say it's a make or break here, but I think it's a make or break here for Josh, Lamar, Joe, Justin.
It's already been there. Like, we're both of them. There's no more Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson talk.
No.
No more.
No. Last year was Drake May's been to a Super Bowl before those guys. Simple as that. Let's just let that resonate. Drake May's been to a Super Bowl before, except for Burrow. But
and if both Knicks didn't get hurt, Denver wins that game. So
yeah, crazy how that works.
Yeah. All right, what's next, Sean?
All right, so the story says Hurts has been resistant to change and playing under center. Jalen Hurts, they said that he's been difficult. It was a really good story. What's your thought about Jalen Hurts? Some things we already knew, but some things were kind of like revelational in that story. What's your thoughts on Jalen Hurts and the Eagles?
It's only two demographics that just refuse to tell the truth about Jalen Hurts. No matter how many people in the organization out the man for him being a part of the issue, it's only two people in this world who are reluctant to criticize Jalen Hurts. And they both reside in the city of Philadelphia. Black people in general in Philly and white women in Philly. Because they panties just get so wet over them. I'm telling you what I know from being there for 4 years, Sean. I'm just trust your boy on this one. Don't people who refuse to tell the truth about Jalen Hurts. Black people in Philly and white women in Philly. And then it gets to the point. They made this thing up, Sean. I cannot make this up. They have made up this idea that any man who criticizes Jalen Hurts, those two demographics, by the way, have made up this idea that any man who criticizes Jalen Hurts is jealous because he is more handsome than you.
Damn. I'm you're the expert. I haven't been in Philly in years, but that's crazy. That is crazy.
That's where we're at.
So everybody's fault is he can't do no wrong in Philly, basically.
No. The only people it makes it worse. The only people who criticize him in Philly are the white dudes who don't have no black friends. The Spike Epsteins and stuff of the world.
Okay.
That's what makes it worse. The Elliott Shore Parks of the world. Bro. The brothers inaccurate. We know that. Oh, no, the dumbass social media admin yesterday, in response to the story, posted a video of one of his throws. Somebody, we just want to leave it here. Sean, you want to know what the throw was?
In the Super Bowl?
No.
Oh, which one was it?
So look, the story criticized him for not being able to throw over the middle, right?
Yep.
And not being able to read defenses, especially particularly zone defenses, right? They post a video of a go ball outside the numbers to Devontae Smith that Hurts underthrew. You ain't gonna help the case.
Yeah.
Like, we know he's inaccurate. We know he can't see the field. We know he's got some personal vendetta where he wants to prove that he can win without having A.J. Brown involved. We know he's nothing without Saquon Barkley or the run game in general going. But no one knows what they're talking about. Regardless of stuff coming inside the organization, the stories, he's changing plays too frequently out of stuff because it's throws he's uncomfortable with, and they're throws that you expect your starting quarterback to be able to make, and reads that you expect your starting quarterback to be able to make. It's going to be a really fun season because he's about to play in the Shanahan system this year. Timing, and a lot of under center. A lot under center. This is going to be the coup de grace on the final verdict of Jalen Hurts. Simple. All right, I'm not surprised. This stuff we've all been saying for 3 years now.
Okay, I think
on this podcast, we've already made the list. There's at least what did we come up to? It was like 15 quarterbacks we said could fill in for Hurts and do the same job or better in Philly.
That's him. Yep.
Come on, man. So I got nothing for you.
Yeah, I think at this point, first of all, I don't give a F how good looking he is. I don't care.
When I judge the Nino Brown sweaters and the Kango hats in the Anita Baker.
I don't care. I really could care less.
I go to the grocery store and see an old head dressed the same way. I don't care.
Yeah, I could care less about that. No, what's crazy is that it's all about when I critique him, it's on the field. It's all the way I can see. The only thing I don't know about his personal life, I don't know anything about him like that. All I could critique when we do sports, it's all about critiquing. Again, it's like what you can't criticize him because he's good looking or he's a black athlete. No, that's wrong. I'm gonna criticize all athletes. I criticize Josh Allen. I criticize Joe Burrow. Like I don't care how good looking you are. I care about, hey, what does my eyes see? And my eyes see that you're 14th or 15th in who I would take as a quarterback. Because I see a lot of talent, a really good offensive line at one point, but then they got a running game, and they have two guys on the outside. I see talent. I don't see the reason they won they won to the 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years because of Jalen Hurts. He makes time throws, give him that. He played really well in the Super Bowls, give him that. But is he an elite quarterback? No. And anyone who can't just sit and watch football and be like, all right, yeah, some of these guys who was in the same system with this talent will be doing the same thing. It's not disrespect. These are facts. All right, let's pick on a white quarterback. Eli Manning. Eli Manning had a really good run those postseason runs and he was good in the Super Bowls. But do I look at Eli Manning? It's the same comparison. What's the difference between Eli Manning and Jalen Hurts? What's the difference?
And it's the same. This is what I tell people: your career is more than 2 postseasons.
Yeah,
that's what I always say about Eli. I got Giant fans for homeboys, and your career.
Why is Eli not a Hall of Famer in our eyes? Because it's not just about those 2 postseason games. He beat Brady. His whole career wasn't great.
And that's exactly what Hurts is. 2 postseasons.
2 postseasons. That's it.
Your career is more than 2 postseasons.
Exactly. That's why I'm going to give him the same treatment. Eli Manning, in my book, is not a Hall of Fame quarterback. He is not. He should never get in. It shouldn't be
never get in.
No.
Rivers, love him to death. Not a Hall of Fame.
He can't get in. You got to be hard. Like, so this is what I'm saying. What is the difference with Jalen Hurts' career and Eli Manning? There's no difference. Just Eli just has 1 more Super Bowl, but they have the same type of runs. And when in the regular season, they're good, but they're not great. And there's a difference. Yeah, good enough. Like, those 2 guys wasn't better quarterbacks than Cam Newton. Let's call a spade a spade. But they've been good enough in those postseasons with the talent around them. I respect it. I tip my cap to them. You still have to. But doesn't mean you above reproach or above criticism or you're above anything. Who cares? No, we got to be real. There's 14, 15 quarterbacks who would do the exact same thing with Jalen Hurts. So and now he's beat. Oh, bad. And you're saying that people are saying he's difficult. He doesn't want to change. Come on, there's smoke. There's a fire there. Come on, he's not that good. And again, I'll come on the show, and if he has a really good season with a couple, I'll change my tune. But he wasn't good last year, and then we're on a high school offense, right? So it's always this excuse, but Jalen Hurts. But at some point, yes, those 2 postseason runs are just not enough for us to just be like, hey, he can't get better, or hey, that's enough. All right, if that's enough for you, Philly, that 1 Super Bowl, those 2 postseason runs, just let us know. But he's not above getting criticized. Simple as that.
Hey, man, he just looks better than us.
Listen, at the end of the day, anyone can get criticized. That's it. If you're not doing well, I don't care. Like, if Brady doesn't play well, we should be like, yo, I love Peyton Manning. But there's a lot of times in his career, he wasn't good enough for me. Like, I just was like, yo, he ain't good enough. He's not good when it counts. And he's a top 5 quarterback to me of all time.
Let's think about this. 06, they went to the Super Bowl, right? That's the year they beat the Bears?
Yes.
If Steve McNair doesn't pitch down his leg, we have a whole different conversation about Peyton Manning.
Definitely.
Because that Ravens defense shut Peyton down in that playoff game. And McNair just decided the worst time to have the worst game of his career. Rest in peace to Steve, but
facts is facts. Facts is facts.
So I don't know. Sean, I love picking on the football players. And I got to do it again here. For the millionth time, the NFLPA is the worst players union in the history of sports. They have let the NFL get over on them again. We already know we're about to get to an 18-game season within the next few years. We already know
that. Yeah.
But now they let the NFL get over on them and rule that Friday is no longer a short week. So now the big importance of this is there was a rule in the NFL. You couldn't have more than 2 short weeks in a season. That's why you'd always see the Cowboys play Thanksgiving, and then they get the Thursday night game the week after. And you wouldn't see them on Thursday Night Football ever again. Now, with Friday no longer a short week, you can play 2 Thursday games and wind up playing 2 Friday games if the NFL so chooses. It's just hypothetical. How do you let this happen?
The players union, the NFL. How do I word this? Might be the worst. I'm
it's
thinking,
not a might be. They were the last union to get a 50-50 split of revenue.
Mm-hmm.
They still didn't have fully guaranteed deals.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the worst. Increase the season, the length of the season. Fridays no longer short weeks. I mean, it's just been bad. I remember when I first got into football, I think Dominique Foxworth was the president of the NFLPA. And he was a worse president of the players union than he was as a player. and he stunk as a corner. He's the reason Jimmy Smith got drafted to the Ravens. I mean, Lardarius Webb shut down his side of the field, and they just pick on Dominique Foxworth. So in comes Kerry Williams and Jimmy Smith. I mean,
yeah. No, all right. So yeah, they're the worst because I was thinking because I have to take a step back because I was thinking about this. The NBA PA was horrible this last round, but usually they're better. And that was because CJ McCollum. I still can't forgive CJ how he ruined the NBA. Like every time I watch him play for the Hawks, I'm like, this guy, if I was his teammate, I would just be back behind the in the plane, just smacking him behind the head. He's just an idiot. He's an idiot.
I saw a suggestion to keep the 65 game rule, but only keep it for first and second team All NBA. And let third team be for the guys who didn't make it. I think that's perfect. Keep the rule, but only for first and second team. And the third team can be for all the guys who didn't meet the game limit.
No, I'm down for that. But the only thing is, well, I'm talking about CJ is he ruined.
You're talking about the tax for, the second.
Yeah, and you're penalizing guys like OKC for doing the right things. That doesn't add up. But anyways, so no, the NFLPA is the worst. So I'm not surprised. The NFL gets what they want. The NFL gets what they want. They're gonna get 18 games. We're gonna have, and I'm excited for 18 games because it's more football for us. Like. But for the players and for their health in the long term, it doesn't make sense to go to 18 games. It shouldn't even left 16 games. Probably shouldn't even left 14 games from years behind. So now they get what they want. There's lack of leadership. They've been going back and forth who the new president is. He used to be the vice president. The NFL gets what they want. Jerry Jones, Robert
they got a crook in there now.
Yeah. Yeah, Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft, they're the two linchpins, the heads of the owners. They get what they want. I'm not surprised. There's not really more to add. I'm not surprised. They get what they want.
Worst union in sports. John, to the best union in sports. I got to give a round of applause. The automated ball and strike system is the best thing to ever happen in the history of major American sport. I'm not listening to any arguments for anything else but ABS. I mean, I saw the week CB Buckner had. Shout out to the Reds, man. Shout out. These umpires, these referees who have been ruining sports for generations can no longer ruin the outcome of a baseball game. It's a beautiful thing to see.
I love it. I saw the Yankees were 5 for 5 in ABS challenges the other day. The other thing I would say is this. When did we get to the point that there's no umpires? Do you think we ever get to that point?
There should be no home plate umpire.
I agree. We're on the same page. I on the basis, I don't see the point. The accuracy of the ABS so far compared to these umpires, some of them, I saw a strike clearly from watching from TV. I was like, damn, that was down the plate. They challenged it and it was a strike. I'm like, what was that guy missing? Was he not paying attention? Is he on the books? Like, it was so obvious, Ron. I'm like, that's a clear strike. What are you talking about? And they got overturned. I'm waiting. Maybe in the next 10 years, we have no home plate umpires calling balls and strikes. And I would be super excited about that day. Because I think the umpires
union is mad about that.
I don't care.
Get rid of all of them. You can get replacement umpires, just umpire for first, second, and third base.
Exactly. But at that point,
no, I'm wrong. Hold on, because somebody's got to call the runner out at home. That's the only thing. Now, we're being honest. You could have just one official on the field in charge of just looking at reviews to determine if guys are safe or not.
I agree. I do think you still need umpires at first, third, because then you want that instant reaction.
And you need somebody to break up the team scuffles and actually enforce the rules. So you got to have some guys there. But
you got to have the umpires. But
balls and strikes, them calling balls and strikes anymore.
Yeah, just plays at the plate, stuff like that. But I'm excited. Every time I see that Waymo car driving through Atlanta or San Francisco, I'm excited. I haven't drove it yet because I'm like, I look at what AI is and what technology is and where it's going. I'm like, man, what's going to be in 10, 15, 20 years? And so The ABS system is like that to me. I'm like, damn, this is good. I don't care what anyone says. It's good because now, come postseason time, we won't have any debates about close calls that could affect world championships. And I like that. I don't want
to hear Kenny Lofton complaining about Maddox and Glavin had the biggest strike zone in the world.
Yes.
World Series.
Maddox did have, I love Greg Maddox. But man, that strike zone was yo, come on. Yo, Greg, my man Greg's a Hall of Fame and one of the best. But man, his strike zone was just
I don't know why I'm
different.
I don't get this about referees. Great players are great enough without your assistance.
Yes.
So why do you have to make life even easier for them? Why do I have to watch Alexander take 25 free throws? He doesn't need your whistle.
Yeah, it's bad for the game.
Why throw a slider 3 inches off the rubber? He doesn't need that help. He's going to get somebody to miss on that eventually anyway.
Know what? Real quick, this is a random rant, so we're having random rants in this. The league will come down on that push off. SJ does it every play. It's you know how they made James Harden, even though it took 4 or 5 years. Eventually, they're gonna have to come up with that rule against that play because he does it all the time. It's annoying.
And again, Adam Silver's NBA. Everybody involved in basketball says the same thing about the final. Are we all making this up?
They get away with a lot.
Players, fans, and front office execs all say the same thing. That's it.
They get away with more holding. They get away with more offensive. I don't know why. Why that team?
Lou Dort literally grab and squeeze someone's wrist in front of the ref. And the guy's looking at the ref like, call it.
No. Know what's crazy? These teams, they need to play the same way. You got to force it both ways. I don't know why OKC
gets the West. Right here, Sean. Forget all that, bro. I don't know about y'all. I grew up in a fighting ass city in a fighting ass neighborhood. Bro, we start swinging on these refs. We got to learn one way. Yo, you want to teach somebody a lesson? Rock them in their jaw. Watch how they start acting right.
Yeah.
You got that one homeboy that's always kikiing and giggling a little too hard during the roast session. He'll stop me, Ryan. I promise.
Yeah. He'll.
Yeah. When you at the open court, you got the one dude who keep asking you all the time.
Yeah. Just let him know. Yeah.
Bet he stop hacking.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I saw a white dude call a black dude the N-word at a grocery store or a fast food joint or something a couple weeks ago. Black dude started whooping his ass. White dude changed his whole tune up to, hey, I love you, man. Whooping is a beautiful thing.
I think that we need more of that.
You got these badass kids in the world. Go grab that belt. Go grab that extension. Go grab that switch and take it to them. I promise you. It works wonders. Ass whooping is a beautiful thing. We need to get back to whooping ass.
John, you ain't tell a lie. I'm a behavior therapist for kids, and some of those kids I work with, I'm like, all they really need is a good ass whooping. They don't need me. That's it. They'll be fine.
Listen, you'll collect the check.
I'll collect the check, but absolutely. But a good ass whooping, I got in some good ass whoopings by my mom, and it makes me, even to this day, I won't swear in front of my mom. I won't swear at her. Like a good ass whooping would serve a lot of people well. That's it. Simple as that.
Just sleep that night and do some real reflecting.
Simple as that.
I'm going to write to Miss Jenkins' class tomorrow, man.
Exactly. Simple as that. I can't disagree with you more. I agree with you more. Excuse me. I agree with you more.
All right, Sean. Big dumper, big slumper. The guy you hated on all last season because your boy Judge was in the MVP race. You must be happy about this. Cal Raleigh is off to a slow start, batting 160 through 2 series this season.
Well, one was against my Yankees, so of course I'm happy about that. 2, I'm not gonna lie. My Yankees.
Before you finish though, why did y'all start the season with 2 series out west?
I don't know.
And then opening day is today. So I gotta watch them. What did y'all start at? 1 o'clock today?
1 o'clock today.
And then the Pirates, the same. They start at 4 o'clock today because this is their opening day. But they didn't start off They sent y'all out west for an interleague series,
San
and then
Francisco.
to Seattle before finally giving y'all home. Listen, you're gonna like this. It disgusts me to say it, but business is business. These are the New York Yankees. They should start every season at home.
Easily.
The
Against
Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Those three should start every season at home. Come on, man. You don't send the Yankees out west for the first 6 games of the year.
No, that don't make sense. I agree. Completely. Yankees, Orioles, Yankees, Red Sox. One of those teams we play one of our AL East rivals, Toronto, but it should be at Yankee Stadium. You're 100%. Business is business. When you have all the attention, especially after the what's the classic called?
The WBC, yeah.
WBC, excuse me. You gotta strike with
in
the
the
iron.
World Series was hot. Like baseball is in a renaissance for me.
Yeah, they're hot. Yeah, it's hot right now. But I'm not too like. Listen, he batted 240 something last year. He might get up to that average 230, 240. But did I expect him to have another year like he did last year? Nah, I gotta be honest with you. So again, it's super, super early. But I do not think he's going to hit 60 home runs. I don't even think he's going to hit 50 home runs. I don't even know if he'll get to 40. That's how much, like, I'm just not sure. He's not Ohtani. He's not Judge. He's not Witt Jr. He's not one of those guys. Like, he had one good year, but I'm one of those people. I do this in sports. I don't care what you do in 1 year. Can you do it again? Can you do it again? I hold that standard to NFL quarterbacks. I hold it across the line for anybody. Can you do it again? So yeah, he's off to a slow start, but let's see. But I think I would have been. I'll be surprised if he finished in the top 5 in MVP this year again. Surprise, really surprised.
So the Mariners have been on TV an awful lot this first week. Whether it be ESPN Unlimited, MLB Network, TBS, NBC, or you whip around coverage on Big Inning, right? So I've gotten the chance to actually watch Cal Raleigh swings. Same issue everyone has in baseball right now. Swinging for the fences every pitch. And it makes no sense. When you're that big, that strong, that powerful, pause actable, because that might sound crazy. If you just try to make contact with the baseball, just get your barrel to the ball on a good swing. The ball is going to travel naturally. Mm-hmm. You don't have to keep with this super powered up swing trying to get underneath the ball. When you're Cal Raleigh, when you're Aaron Judge, when you're Giancarlo Stanton, when you're Freddie Freeman. You know, I'm talking about the real tanks of baseball.
Yeah.
You just get the barrel to the ball, you're going to accidentally hit 20 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Accidentally. And then when you get your pitch, the curveball that got left hanging, or the slider that goes right to the barrel of your bat, or the fastball that's just right down the pipe, you're going to get an extra 30 right there. Just like you can get to 50 when you're that strong just by trying to make good contact.
Yeah.
Get this swing for the fences, launch angle, the length, it's killing me. Watching that and all these taking the first pitch for an automatic strike. It's killing me, man.
I do think that, yes, the first pitch thing is I don't know what that became a thing, right? Well, I do know that Theo Epstein, when that started coming in. I do think the launch angle thing has kind of taken away from it affects batting average, like we always talk about. People win batting titles at 305, 307 now. Like back when I was young, I know it was a steroid ever. I know it was a little different. 350, 345.
But that proves my point, though, Sean. If you're strong and you're just worried about getting a good swing, you're going to get a hit.
You are. Just by natural.
That's all that it was with Bonds and all those guys with these super high batting averages. They were just trying to get a good swing. That's it.
That's it. And naturally, if you get a good swing, you're gonna hit someone out the ballpark.
If you are strong, Like that's all right. So back home, I'm be honest with you, we probably are the most ignorant city in the country. Like when it comes to all the woke stuff and all that, we are severely behind. Because we'll be with you, right? But we'll still use the words. Like everybody in the country has seen the press conference by now. Our mayor, my man's Brandon, had a press conference and he had some people, like some community leaders with him. And he had the one dude come up there. He's like, we talk about it takes a village to raise a child. But what if the village is retarded? We still talk like that back home.
Damn.
And we don't mean retarded in a offensive way.
Yeah.
I had my dad's only brother, my best friend in the world before he died, was retarded. We still use the word. My family still use the word retarded though. That's how we are, right? And
you guys would get canceled in a lot of places.
Oh boy, listen, all of us that went off to school or went to go live somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
We all got a story. We done went somewhere and said a word and not known that's on the no list.
Yeah.
And because back home, it's part of the everyday. It's part of everyday vernacular, right? So I say that to come around to this point of like that's just where I am with the analytics in baseball, where it's like, yo, it just don't make sense, man. Like something like the old ways are just still too prevalent for me. Get a good swing off. But and I brought up the retarded thing because back home we got this thing of like retard strength. Like we didn't all had classes with somebody that wound up in special ed.
Yeah.
Somebody that picked on them, and they got fed up, and you could hear the punch echo. Like some strong dudes.
Yeah, they don't know how strong they are.
Right. Yeah. When you're strong, you don't. That's the point I'm coming around to. When you're strong, you don't know how strong you are.
Yeah.
So if you bet on baseball, you're going to accidentally stand it up. We call it dummy strength.
Yep.
You don't know how strong you are, so you bet on that. It's going to be gone, and you're going to be shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody that had a girl they mess with. Get to play fighting, she don't know how strong she is, and she would be rock you and you're like, yo, hey, all right, calm down. I don't feel like playing today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. When you are naturally strong, you do not know how strong you are. Just barrel the ball. You'll get 20 home runs guaranteed off of that. That's all the steroid era was. It was just dummy strength. That's it.
You know what's funny, real quick, and again, I know we went on tangents, but today I go to Lifetime Fitness. So I was at Lifetime. I come to Lifetime in Atlanta. Then I go back home, and on the guy's tag in Atlanta, that's why certain places play by different rules. He had like his name and then the pronouns him, he, whatever.
Her, he, him,
yeah, whatever it is.
He,
and
him,
I'm like,
yeah.
And when I go to Atlanta, they ain't doing that. So it's funny. It's like, so when you said about Syracuse, I made me think about that because I recognized it. And I was like, damn, I was in Florida at Lifetime. Like, but these are red states compared to those. Back home was a very liberal state. So that's funny that you said that.
Boy, bro, listen, I remember one of my homeboys that went off to school, right? So, the word for the masculine lesbian is stud these days, right?
Yep, yeah.
So my homeboy went off to school and he described him as a dyke, right?
Ooh.
And he looked at him like, see, your reaction says a lot. So they like, yo, you can't say that, boom, boom, boom. And he called us up. He's like, yo, did y'all know dyke's a bad word?
Yeah.
I said, that's they call themselves down here. Like, we never knew that was a bad word back home in Baltimore. Like, studs call themselves dykes back home. He went to PA and said that word. Boy, you'd have thought he was the biggest bigot on earth. We did not know that was a no. Like, yo, it like you said, depending on where you at.
It depends on where you at. Yeah.
It's just rules. Like, you just don't know.
Yeah. I had a coworker before back home, and she was like, I prefer when you send me an email, refer to me as Mrs. Her. And her last name was something else. And I was just like the pronoun things. That's when the pronouns things kind of get big over the last couple of years. I never sent her an email after that. But let's. I swear I never sent an email after that. Because that's a sensitive thing. I don't know offender or anything like that. I never sent to Javon on everything I love. I never sent her another email.
Hey,
That was enough for me.
That's why I'm real big on just get to know somebody, get to know their personality. You can tell if they harmful or not. Just get to know them.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
Yeah, listen, times
it's different.
I'm starting to understand the old heads a little bit of it's a lot of change and you just got to slow it down a little bit. I'm starting to understand because the older I get and the more stuff I see and find, hey, now this is bad and this is bad, we got to come to this. One big exception on something.
Yeah, it's too much. Mm-hmm.
All right, Sandy Alcantara is back, Sean. 2 starts, 2 wins, 0.000 ERA, and 12 strikeouts. I'm happy for him because before he got hurt, that was the best pitcher in baseball.
Oh yeah. We forgot about him. We forgot about him over the last couple of years because of skiing, school ball.
He got hurt, and then last year he was getting back to his old self. Trying to get back to his old self, and it seems like, I mean, he's off to a hot start this year.
Yeah, he's off to a good start. Great for him. Again, like we talked a little bit off air. If he's really back, that trade market is going to go crazy. If Miami chooses, who are off to a 5-1 start, to not contend, they do have enough talent to contend in that tough division. But I don't know who's running that organization because remember when they had the talent and Jeter was running it, the owner was like, "Oh, let's break it down. Fire the GM, fire Jeter." Like it was just a weird situation that went on down there.
Is it a tough division though? Because the Phillies look like they're about to fall rock bottom. You can never expect the Mets to live up to expectations. The Nats are still in a rebuild.
Yep.
The Braves are getting back. I'll say that. The Braves look like early on, the record might not be super special, but you just watch them. You're like, the ball is going to start going their way. I think the Braves are going to get back to, you know what I mean? They're 5-2 right now. Like, I think the Braves are getting back to who they were.
Yeah, they're not going to have a back-to-back years like the way they did. That was one of the biggest surprises in baseball last year. They got off to a horrible start last year.
You look at the Marlins, I don't see what's wrong with their pitching. They found gold last year in Kyle Stowers, which, of course, pisses me off. Connor Norby's playing good for them. Well, played good for them last year. Austin Slater, they like him over there. Like, they don't have the big names, and they could use help with their position players, but they got some guys in the right spots to get you some timely hits, to give you the run support you need for what is really a very, very good pitching staff. I don't see why they don't just go ahead and try to make a playoff run this year.
Who's their best hitter?
A good team.
Who's their best hitter, though?
Their best hitter is Stowers.
On the Dodgers, where he rank as the best hitter?
He'd start, probably hit 6th or 7th. He'd be in the Teoscar Hernandez range. But, I mean, last year, his first 4 years as starter, 253, 31 home runs, and 108 runs batted in. 776 OPS is a little lower than I like. But that's a good, powerful lefty bat right there.
I'm not in love with their offense. I can't lie. I don't think anyone.
No for improvement. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, even then, Liam Hicks is off to a hot start. Is he going to stay up there? No. But any 26-year-old that starts off the season batting .467 with 12 RBIs in his first 15 at bats, you get encouraged by that.
No,
Xavier Edwards is 26, 22 at bats to start the season, batting .409. That sounds like a young leadoff hitter in the making. Then you have another outfielder to go with Stowers and Owen Cassie. Another left-handed bat, batting .350 with 8 RBIs in his first 20 at-bats this season. And it just keeps going. Otto Lopez, your young second baseman, batting .318 to start the year. You've got to be encouraged by this.
You're encouraged, again, it's early. Yeah, it's early.
Oh, of
Do they
course,
have the?
play out.
Yeah, yeah. You have the rotation though, and if you wanted to move one of those guys to get more bats, you could do that and not hurt your depth of your rotation. And you have a really good farm system. I think they were 10th or 9th or something when I looked at it, but they're up there. So, Miami and the Marlins have always been able to turn out good hitting, prospects. So, like, it's just, can you do it for a long time? Because out of the teams you named in that division, the offense is only better than the Nats in that division.
Yeah, on paper, I guess.
On paper.
I don't think they're super far behind the Phillies. So. Really don't.
Turner, Harper, Schwarber.
Who's after that? Like, am I afraid of Bryson Stott? Am I afraid of Alec Bohm? Castellanos ain't there. JT Realmuto is washed up. Am I afraid?
Yeah, I'm not afraid. Definitely
you know
not
what
afraid.
I mean? So
yeah,
I'm not afraid. And Adolis Garcia, come on, what year is this? you know, like, come on, Brandon Marsh, come on, like.
Do say what year is this?
The Marlins have a chance at a real wild card berth this year, man. I really do.
All right, let's see how it goes.
All right, the coaching carousel in college basketball. Of course, the hot topics will wait. The worst kept secret in college basketball was him going back to LSU, and they pulled out all the stops. Sean, just something that we pointed out that we want to continue to point out. State of Louisiana is bottom 5 in poverty and education, but the Louisiana State University has hundreds of millions to spend on football and basketball these days. So, okay, and the governor's involved. So, all right. Luke Murray to Boston College. We've been advocating for him to get a job for a couple years now, so super happy for him. And Chris Mack is leaving Charleston to go to South Florida, and then John Groch is leaving Akron to replace Mack at Charleston. Let you go ahead and give your opinion on some of these.
So way back to LSU makes sense, but how it was done was kind of like not ideal. But
they screwed over. They're going to be in the gutter for a little while.
Who? And NC State? Yeah. It just wasn't done the proper way. But if I'm him, I want to go to LSU. I can't front. I want to be back at LSU too. So I'm not. Again, it could have been done differently. So I'll just leave it at that. It could have been done differently and handled differently. But LSU, and the governor basically runs that university now. He wanted him back. So he was going to go through hell and high water to get him back.
But here's my thing, right? Do I want the best players in Louisiana, or do I want the third batch of guys in North Carolina?
I want the third batch of guys in North Carolina.
You know what I mean? Like,
the only thing is this:
NC State's a better basketball job than LSU, but if they got the money to get you guys, and money is what's talking these days. I got you. I mean, Dusty May, we see he loves it. He said recruiting's never been more streamlined and more efficient. You ain't got to waste time 3 years on a guy, and then he just leaves to go chooses to go somewhere else. You wasted all that time and money on recruiting the kid. You can just, hey, come here. We got a good system. Here's your check. Come play for us. And it's done just like that.
That's a great. I never heard a coach talk about it like that, but it's actually the best way to think about it. I do think this, though. When you're LSU, you have what's right next to you. A flight to Florida is not far. A flight to Texas is right there. Would I rather have the third best guys in Florida and Texas over the third best guys in North Carolina? Absolutely.
For basketball? No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No. North Carolina is a way better basketball state than both of them.
Than Texas?
Yes.
Like
basketball.
Basketball. We're talking about guys who play in the league.
Yes.
Tell me some guys. Let's look this up. I gotta look this up.
Guys in the league. My fault. Basketball players in general. Hold on. You know what?
Oh, you say in general? I'm talking about top tier talent.
But you're not going to get those guys, though.
You could already have LSU with the money they have. You could get the one or two guys in Florida to come to LSU if the money's right.
The top guys are going to go play for Todd Golden, and the top guys are going to go play for Sean Miller. All right, notable NBA players born in the state of North Carolina. You talking about right now?
Yeah, let's listen right now because I'm not.
Well, yeah, Brandon Ingram off the rip is from Kinston. Kobe White, Bam Adebayo, the Curry brothers, Cole Anthony, Day'Ron Sharpe.
Okay.
Not a bad
guy. It's not great.
From Texas. Yeah, Texas got right.
Yeah.
Julius Randle, De'Aaron Fox, Marcus Smart, Jimmy Butler, DeAndre Jordan, Jared Allen, Miles Turner, Cade Cunningham, Royce O'Neal, Alex Caruso, Tyrese Maxey. Oh wow.
Yeah, like I don't think it's comparison.
All right, yeah. All right. Right now, you got it. All right.
Yeah, and probably Florida too.
What shocks me though is the small schools in Texas and the small schools in Florida are nowhere near as good as the small schools in North Carolina.
Yeah, which is weird if you think about
No state has better college basketball than North Carolina. We can agree on that.
No. There's definitely we're agreeing.
And that's where I'm thinking with it.
I can see your point. I get what you're saying, right? I see your okay. All right. I see your point.
We see both sides of the argument.
I see both sides of the argument, but I do think like if I'm LSU, I'm only using LSU as an example, and you could go pay these guys and have a $10 to $15 million budget.
Yeah.
You could compete with them because it's not too far from these kids' home. Wade could coach. LSU is a good school. Like I think it's.
But you got to get the right kids because we saw Mark Pope spend that type of money in Kentucky this year, and he got wrong guys.
Do you think Texas Tech is a better school or basketball school than LSU?
In recent years, it's been.
Yeah, in recent years, but just overall.
In the past decade, Texas Tech has passed a lot of athletic programs just with how much money they spend.
Yeah, the billionaire guy, he's basically funding the program. Yeah. So they can compete.
So if they can get to that point, I see what you
mean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. That was my point, basically.
Let's see. Luke Murray to Boston College. It comes down to it's as simple as this, because it's the same thing Bill O'Brien's done with the football side. The people on Chestnut Hill have to get in their pockets to spend some money. That's simple. You got two good coaches running your programs. You have to give them the money to win, though. Mm-hmm. Like, let's not. Boston College is in the ACC. It's a power conference. You got to deal with Duke spending money, Carolina spending money, Louisville spending money, and SMU spending money. You got to help. And I tell you right now, the forces are rallying around Gary McNamara in Syracuse. Vinny Lobdell and them boys are coming out of pocket for Jerry right now.
Good.
So money ain't gonna be too much of a problem at Syracuse much longer. And the cats in Miami are going to start investing in Jay Lucas real soon. If it doesn't happen this offseason. You need money to win in the ACC right now. You need money to win in the Big Ten. You need money to win in the SEC. You need money to win. So they have to dig in their pockets and give Luke Murray the resources he needs to field an actually competitive team.
My only thing about Boston College in the job, what I want when I was thinking about him, we were talking about him being a candidate for UNC. I wouldn't have taken the job, and shout out to Boston. It's just, the problem with Boston is this when it comes to schools. There's a lot of money in the city, a lot of money in Boston. But a lot of the alumni go to Harvard, go to MIT, go to Tufts. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not like the alumni. UConn. And I was just at a party, my friend's 40th birthday. A bunch of UConn ex-players were there. Like, they all went to UConn, right? They're all doing well for themselves. But that's the problem with Boston College is there's so many elite schools in that area that it's not like, oh, we go here, we go here. So the alumni base is not. They're going to go to Harvard or Tufts or MIT before they go to Boston College if they're in that tech type of thing, right? So that's my only thing is, where they get the money from? Like when you say get the money, who they get the money from? Like it's not like we have this big person who came from Boston College. I can't think of one. I have to look it up, but they gotta find someone to get the money because
it's so because you look at Michigan, their alumni base is spread all over the Big Ten.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard in Boston to develop a good basketball program that you depend on money, or a football program, because some of the big wigs in Boston go to Harvard and MIT and Tufts. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Mack to South Florida. I think it's as simple as if they're going to give him the same amount of money they gave Brian Hodgson to work with, he'll make it work.
He'll make it work. It's in Tampa. It's not a bad location. I've been there a few times. If you get the same amount of money, you're going to be able to recruit there. It's as simple as that. It's a good location for a school. Like it's pretty dope.
Like I was telling you and Alk in the group chat though, the map looks bad. Like you leave Akron for Charleston. You leave an FBS program for Charleston. Now Charleston's one of the best one bid leagues. I mean, one bid jobs in the country, absolutely. But like, shouldn't being in an FBS school mean something? Like, shouldn't that give you some type of influence?
Should mean more.
You know. So, dude, that's bad look for the Mid-American Conference. Bad look. So I don't think we'll see a 2-bid MAC again for a little while. Unless
well, you got to be a big fish.
Ohio does their thing again, and Kent State winds up winning the conference tournament next year.
Well, you got to be a big fish in a small pond, or big whatever that.
A little fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be the big fish in the small pond. So
same.
You can take Charleston to the tournament rather easily. Well,
yeah.
Let me phrase that. You have a real good regular season at Charleston. Problem, that conference tournament is just always going to be unpredictable. The CAA is one of the best conference tournaments out there. You can just turn on CBS Sports Network the whole day and just watch some good basketball.
Yeah, it's very competitive.
All right. You got anything else?
Nah, just excited for this weekend. Hey, pray for your boy. I will win like $400-$500. I entered a Sweet 16 pool, and I would have had all 4 teams. I was the only one who had a chance to have all 5 and 4 teams in.
Oh,
UConn.
Yeah, I forgot to talk about March. We ain't getting out of here just yet. Hey,
yeah, break it down.
The first thing everybody wants to talk about. We'll get right to it. Caden Boozer. I want everyone to understand. He made the right decision to pass that ball.
He did.
That is the right basketball play.
It was the bad pass.
Was before the pass. He did not need to take a dribble. Catch, square up, then dribble to the outside hit and make the pass. When he took the dribble and picked the ball up, he got himself stuck. At that point, it becomes a conversation of, should you just hold the ball? But again, he still had 2 people open. That's the great play to get a hand on the basketball right there. And then Braylon Mullins is the best shot I've seen since Jalen Suggs. I mean, I was in here losing my mind. Duke, listen. Number 1 seeds were 134 and when leading by at least 15 points at halftime. Until that game. That was rough. That was my national champion. Now we can call it if Arizona wins if they beat Michigan, they're winning the national championship. If Illinois somehow upset, I think it's this simple. The national championship game is decided if Arizona wins.
Mm-hmm.
If Michigan wins, you're going to have a good national championship game. You won't be able to tell who's going to win. But if Arizona wins, your national champion is decided right there on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm hoping Arizona wins because Arizona win the national championship. I didn't get to watch as many games as I wanted to because I was away, but I did watch the highlights because I remember you text Onions. I'm like, what are you talking about? I watched that game and it was a blowout because there was no other games on it. So I look
playing 2K. I played 2K.
Crazy. And I'm like, I'm watching. I'm like, because I would have been the only one. I would have guaranteed by $400 because I would have been the only one with 4 teams in the Final Four. Duke won. I'm like, nah. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, they lost like that, but they were up by so many points in the first half. I didn't really pay attention to. I saw the Onions text, and I'm like, what's he talking about? And I looked. I was like, nah, you gotta beat. Great win, Mullins. I like Mullins, by the way. Hurley, his interaction with the ref, it was just a dope experience for college basketball. And that's UConn did that program in the league.
UConn showing they can overcome adversity this morning.
Yeah, it's that program.
Some easy game, like the Spartans tried fighting back as hard as they could. This is, by the way, one of the best coaching jobs Tom Izzo has done in a long time.
Absolutely.
Let's give him his credit for this season. In Duke, I mean, like, that was a good comeback, gritty win against St. John's. So for them to do that and then follow it up by choking their lead against Connecticut, that was just rough, man.
Well, listen. Well, before you go on, Shire is going to be getting that pressure eventually. Maybe a couple more years, not yet, but that pressure to get
for getting these good, like, bro. Did we forget how hard it is to make the Elite Eight?
All right, but I'm just saying it's hard. I'm not lying to you. He made the Final Four what, a year ago?
Yeah, like, come on. I'm not putting him on no hot seat, man.
No.
I'm just seeing that conversation.
Okay.
Frequently, I'm not putting him on the hot seat.
Definitely not a hot seat. But this is year 3, 4.
4.
We get to year 7 or 8 without a natty. It's gonna be like more pressure on him. That's the years.
The losses continue.
Yeah, and you getting top 5 picks. Like, you ain't getting like the back of the lottery, guys. You getting top 5 picks, Sean. So we gotta hold.
Veteran-led sport. Veterans are still the ones winning championships.
But a veteran team. Well, actually, was it vets that lost the game, or just poor play that lost the game?
That was a freshman that turned that ball.
Yeah, that's true. In the moment, that was. By the way, he needs to come back to school.
Player. Cam Booz was a young player. That was a young team that lost to an experienced team on Sunday.
Okay, they did. Good point. Great point. I can't disagree with that. That was a very young team. But Boozer should go back to school. He should not follow his brother team.
Yeah, Cam Booz going back. Yeah. He'll be about all 4. He's gonna have a good career.
Yeah.
Nebraska, boy. I don't think you can step outside as a Cornhusker these days. You lost the Heroes game during the football season. And then you lose to Iowa again in the tournament. Oh, boy. Woo, they got the bragging. I mean, Iowa's been owning Nebraska for the past couple years now, man, on the football field. And now they got a Sweet 16 win over you. Woo!
That was a tough one for them.
Woo!
That was tough.
Rough time.
That was tough. Yeah, that's a tough loss. I had Nebraska actually. You know what? I can't remember, but I feel that's Sweet 16. I can't remember, but I think I had Nebraska winning. I think I did. Just you need some upsets.
And also, I don't want to let the ass whooping they received blind us from the fact. Rick Barnes, this is one of his better markers of his career. I mean, I did not think that Tennessee team would sniff the Sweet 16.
I remember you saying that.
And to beat Virginia and then go beat Iowa State by 14. Granted, Jefferson didn't play, but those are 2 damn good wins. So I want to take my hat off to McCollum, Izzo, and Barnes. I think those are the 3 best coaching jobs this March. Well, this season. Period. Hats off to them.
Yeah, no, it was a special one. It's definitely by Tennessee, and I meant kind of changed my mind about him a little bit in the tournament. I still think he should go back to school though. He'll be the number 1 pick in the draft. Yeah, he'll be the number 1 pick in the draft though if he goes back next season. So, he'll be in the top. He'll be in the conversation.
He'll have a chance. He'll definitely have a chance.
Yeah, he'll be in the conversation. Definitely in the conversation.
All right. Final 4 predictions. What you got for me?
Illinois beats UConn. Arizona beats Michigan. Arizona wins and not too close game against Illinois.
Okay. I think Saturday is going to be two great games. I think Illinois is far and away the better team than UConn. But UConn is showing it knows what to do when it gets here. So I'm going to take the Huskies for that fact alone. But I love that Illinois team. And Brad Underwood, I mean, yeah, a great roster he's put together. And I've got Arizona beating Michigan. Sean, remember, start of the season, I said Xavier Lee is going to end for the season, right?
Yeah.
Later on in the year, I had that same thing about Elliot Cadeau at Michigan. Elliot Cadeau is going to end Michigan season, right?
Yep.
It happens this Saturday against Arizona.
You're standing on that? That's what he's going to be the reason?
Yep. And I'm going to take the Huskies to win the national championship. Overtime win against Arizona.
If they win it 3 out of 4 years, we got to we're putting Hurley in a different conversation. Easily. That's easily 3 out of 4. I would like to see him just for betting purpose. I want to see Arizona. It'll be wild.
I want to see Tommy Lloyd get a ring. Yeah.
But it sounds like he's going to definitely take that North Carolina job. I'll be surprised he don't take that North Carolina job.
Yeah. And he's probably what Carolina needs. I would love for him to stay at Arizona. I mean, I think college basketball is at its best when UCLA and Arizona run the West Coast. Me personally, but
yeah. I think if you get a chance to coach and you win an Natty, they can't be mad at you.
But if you win the Natty, why leave?
Yeah, your belief is I built my program just to be as good as you. I don't have to leave. That's it.
You don't have to. And he's from the West Coast. He's from Washington.
I agree. And now I'm not going to leave Arizona, which I'm going to in a couple of weeks. Beautiful place. I love that place. Compared to go live in North Carolina. North Carolina's beautiful too. But I agree with you. I don't think if you build your program, you have to go and compete. Those days are over. But for him not to shut it down yet, clearly there's some level of interest. Or maybe he's using that as a negotiating employee to get some more money out of Arizona. Yeah. But maybe that. But he will be, if not 2 or 3, he'll be in the top 5 coaches paid either by Carolina or Arizona after the season.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, that's all we got for you. Enjoy the NIT, the Final Four, men's and women's, the D2 National Championship, all that this weekend. This is the last time we're going to see some good basketball for a little while. So, let's go right back to the NBA.
The playoffs starting.
We out of here. I just depressed myself, man.